name is Shamika Gooms, and we're going to be talking about e-learning and design concepts today. So what is e-learning? E-learning is the use of electronic technology to create learning experience, and it also allows anyone to learn anywhere at any time. Some of the varieties of e-learning would be standalone courses, learning games and simulations, mobile learning, social learning, and virtual classrooms. So we're going to talk about each one of these varieties of e-learning now. The first one that we're going to cover is the standalone courses. This is a course that does not require interaction with an instructor or classmates. These courses are taken solo by the learner. So basically the learner can learn at his own pace. The next variety would be learning games and simulations. This is where the student will be engaged to learn different skills through simulated activities that leads to discovery. I like this one the most because students learn better when they're not thinking about the actual learning that they have to do, and the fun that they're having will make them learn and lead to discoveries. Mobile learning. Mobile learning is where a person can learn anywhere, anytime with the aid of a smartphone, tablet, or any other mobile device. So you can learn on your iPhone, your Galaxy, your iPad, or your Kindle Fires. Social learning. This is where the teacher and the student uses online discussion, blogging, text messages for learning. And then you have your virtual classroom courses. This is where the teacher provides information to students through an online structured class. I use a lot of virtual classroom courses to do my training on the Learning Hub, and this is where we're actually train the general managers on how to use a Learning Hub virtually from my office to anywhere in the United States. So your e-learning designs deals with the design, the decision, the development, and then your construction. So instructional design deals with how instructional material is designed to deliver information to the learner. Instructional design, first you want to find out what the learner needs to know, because what you don't want to do is create a course that's already been created. Then once you find out what the learner needs to know, then you want to talk about the learning materials that are going to help the learner find out what they need to know. After you've developed the learning materials, then you want to talk about your tools that you're going to use to actually help the learner learn. Once you have your tools in place, then you want to go ahead and place your objectives. After you have your objectives, then you want to talk about the audience that you want to gear this course to. Once you have your audience, then you can select your technology that you're going to use, and then from your technology, the multimedia that you want to use. So now let's talk about the design perspectives and influences. First thing you're going to deal with the instructional design. That's going to deal with your theories and your learning strategies. Once you have that done, then you want to talk about your economics. This is basically going to be the cost of the program, the budget, the time to implement the program. Then you want to move on to your media design. This will include selection, synchronizing, and sequencing. Then you have your software engineering. This is your objective design, your usability design, and your rapid development. Now we're going to talk about your goals and your objectives. You want to make sure that your goals are identifying underlining goals. Then you want to make sure that your goals are clear. And then once your goals are clear, you want to make sure that you design quickly and readily. Once you have your goals, you want to set your learning objectives. After you set your learning objectives, you want to write your learning objectives. And this will be able to put your primary and your secondary objectives where they need to go. So let's think about the goal. It is very important to know what it is that you are trying to accomplish. And this is the part of your goals. Now let's talk about your objectives. The objective states the intent, and it identifies the target learner and identifies the starting requirement. So let's talk about some of your teaching sequences. You have 3 teaching sequences: bottom up, top down, and sideways. I will let you know now that sideways is not a teaching sequence that many teachers use, because this is where the learner gains prerequisite freely at their own pace. Now, your bottom up, this is an approach where we teach the prerequisite skills beforehand. So basically, all the courses that we've taken up until our capstone, you can actually consider those as your prerequisite courses. This is now you have your top down. This is where the learner are taught as if they already have all prerequisites. So basically, you can kind of put us into this actual category right now because we've learned all the prerequisites. So now we're going to put it all together. The type of objectives. You want your do, decide, and create. With your do, you want to get things done step by step. With your decide, you want to allow the learner to decide what they're going to learn. And with your create, you just want to decide or build. So that ends the course for the day. I do have some reference tool that you guys can kind of jot down and you can go back to actually read some of these books, but it's going to give you more knowledge on your e-learning courses, okay? Have a great day.